What's the haps? I'm John, aka Meroka, and welcome to Spiel. So before I head through the one-way gate, I'm going to stand over here because I got a couple of bits to show you. I happened to do a shadow lair on Saturday with some of the guild and Green Link and friends, and acquired the other half of this set, huzzahs! And the other half of this set, huzzahs! So actually, that's the entire Snarberlax now, isn't it? That's quite cool. So now I am utterly, well and truly stocked for Shadow Resist gear, and I really actually do need to start giving some consideration to what the heck I'm going to wear elemental-wise, because I still only really have my Divine Mantle in that regard. So I've got an extra weapon slot, sure, let's have that. I won't use it, but I'll bring it. I've got a trinket slot, and it's too late to put health on, so we'll have the quick strike. Why the devil not? So we are in Coral Bishop Tier 3 Elite, and we are doing Beasties! Which means I'm just going to use my Barbarous Thornblade all the way anyway. And little else! So, with the gear out of the way... Oh great, I'm frozen. Oh good. Let us do, as we always do, Spiral Knights news! Yeah! It's starting to become something of a tradition, I feel. So, actually it's not a particularly busy news week. It's, if you follow the social news feed, normally they post something on a Tuesday. There was only actually concept art went up this week, so that's a bit meh. It's a bit... It feels like we're slow news day kind of post. It's like, well, what can we post this week? Here's some concept art, which is cool to look at and all, but there's nothing to get excited about. It's just something pretty to see, which is alright, I guess. So if you fancy seeing some of Ian McConville's early doodlings as to the design of Spiral Knights, well, they're up there for all to see. Go check it out on Facebook, and I imagine that probably likely went up on Twitter and Google Plus as well, if you use Google Plus. Why would you? I don't know. I suppose if you want to be on YouTube, you need to use it, but beyond that, nobody uses it, you know? At any rate, it's there for the world to see. So there's a small omission from last week that I should have mentioned. Indeed, it's been actually hanging around for a couple of weeks now and I've totally missed it. I mean, I think it came out after the video was recorded the week before, like it usually does, and then last week I totally forgot to mention it in its entirety. So there was a Year of the Horse promotion going on, which that was obviously tied into, I presume, Chinese Year of the Horse. I don't follow such things very closely. I presume that must be what it was. Seems like a logical conclusion, but yeah, you could acquire Trojan gear, and if you're relying on me as your sole news source for Spiral Knights promotions and events and things, well, you're a foolish person and shouldn't be doing that. But at any rate, yeah, sorry I didn't tell you about that, and you missed it. However, you should be able to still acquire bits from various players. Now is probably the best time to get it because the prices are likely only to go up at this point. So, yeah, and most promotions do tend to come back at some point or another, but I couldn't tell you when this might be likely to return. If it's strictly a Year of the Horse promotion, well, you might be waiting a while. The Chinese calendar cycle is 12 years, yes? So, yeah, it could be 12 years before they do this promotion again. So, you could be waiting a long time, you know. You should probably try and acquire things before 12 years. So, in more local news, the shopping list, by the time this video goes up, will have concluded and there will be a victor, and you can go and see who the victor was. No spoilers. You need to go watch it. You need to go see the final installment of the Spiral Knight shopping list Season 1. And it's thrilling and tense and exciting. And once you've watched it, you can totally give us some feedback on what you think could be improved. There is a lot of waffly stuff at the end where we sort of talk amongst ourselves about what we think could be changed and improved. I've edited a lot of the, on my video at least. I don't know what anyone else is going to look like, but I edited a lot of the garbage, the talking, the dry bits out. So bear in mind we have to discuss this a lot at this stage, but if you got thoughts, we do wish to hear them. If you want to suggest how the shopping list might be improved, please do so. So, from news locally to news a little bit further afield. So, whilst it might be a relatively slow news week over here on the Western Spiral Knights servers, most people tend to forget that there are Chinese servers as well going on, and rightly so. I mean, we don't connect with the Chinese servers, we don't play with the same player base, and they certainly never get mentioned anywhere. So it would be very easy to forget that that's even a thing that exists. But ow, that was silly. It is a thing that exists, and ow. I thought my shield was better than that. It wasn't. Damn you, Wolver! Stab. So, there is a lot of stuff going on over on the Chinese player base at the moment. Ooh, that's a thing. Someone pointed that out to me once. I seem to spot it every time now. That is a scenario room, which is kind of cool. I won't say no to scenario rooms that come with free stuff. So, yeah, the Chinese player base. That's a big one. This is a yellow one. I'll take the yellow one. The Chinese player base has got some promotions that we didn't get. It's, like I said, they stand completely alone. I'm not sure whether their marketing strategy and monetization strategy is different, because obviously the Chinese MMO market tends to be a lot more receptive to free-to-plays, and they tend to reject anything that actually tries to have a subscription. World of Warcraft, notoriously, was an absolute flop in China. They tried to launch it with the same marketing strategy, you know, pay money up front and then pay a monthly subscription fee, and nobody wanted to know. It was an absolute disgrace, because Blizzard just thought they could treat it like the same Western audience, and they just can't. It's not the same audience. So although Spiral Knights is free to play, I don't know if Three Rings has a different strategy over there. Either way, all I know is they get different promotions. This was silly. This was a jelly farm and I didn't bring a single shadow weapon. Oh, this is going to be a fun day. I really need to look where I'm going before I jump into a level. Good job I brought this, I guess. Because the piercing weapon's not going to do me much good. Ow. God damn it. Asheron would have made this nice and easy and simple, and instead I done goofed. Sorry, guys. Let's just get all the jellies we can. Gather them up. Any more jellies? Okay, sure. Don't know why I want to do this, but I'm going to do this anyway. I brought it, I'm going to use it. So, let's throw down some shock on the jellies. Hey, oh no! I've done it again, haven't I? Sorry. I didn't want to do that. Okay, there we go. We're no longer open to public. I'm getting into a bad habit of doing that, actually. I'm trying to be more sociable during the rest of the week, so I do open to anyone parties, and then I completely forget to switch that off. Historically, I've just like always gone solo to everything, and then, or maybe guild run, but I'm trying to be sociable, and it's backfiring on me when it comes to recording episodes. Damn it. So why don't I actually talk about what the freaking promotions are that I've been belabouring for the last 5 minutes, probably. So, Cataclysmic Confrontation. Everybody's been asking where that is. It's back. It's just not back here. Although, this week is about the week I would have predicted it would be back here, so by the time the video goes live, I could have been proven entirely wrong, and Three Rings might have started the Cataclysmic Confrontation this evening. This could be a thing that's happened, but I don't, at this stage in recording, I do not know. So, I've said last year it was the first 2 weeks in February, and then the next one was 6 months later, and guess what, we're back to the first 2 weeks in February. If I was going to suggest a time when they might run the promotion again, I would say it might be, well, this week and next week. Could be a thing. It already is in China. Who knows whether it will be here. I just don't know. Wait, what? Oh, that's not fire. I didn't want to use a pill. I don't think I did use a pill. I just wanted to set this guy up on fire. And shock him. Can we just get in the corner? Go stay in the corner and let me pummel you into submission. There we go. Stay there. Cool. That's good. There is one more promotion, which is actually not something we've seen on the US and EU servers before. which is I'm gonna have to read this through. And basically, both these promotions I'm only aware of because Potato, I believe, from the Night's Watch Guild, has been posting these on the subreddit recently. So hang on, let me back off and not aggro the jellies. So they've got a picture there with some pictures of some new wings and a rose regalia and lots of Chinese text that I can't read. But what it says is, thanks to someone who's translated, an entrant uploads a photo to the Spiral Knights Facebook page with his or her name and character info. This photo is to be a screenshot of the entrant in his or her gear. Upon reaching 35 likes, the entrant will be rewarded with a set of Rose Regalia gear. The event lasts from January 28th to February 11th, China time. The entrant who has the most likes on his or her set of gear at the end of the time period will receive the promotional set of Dragon Wings, which is kind of browny red. Oh, well, it looks more like a heavy one than anything else, but it may be something special. So that's pretty cool. Whether we're likely to see that promotion or not, I don't know. I would like to hope so, but you know, I don't. It's not the kind of promotion we've ever seen before, so it's definitely something new. Like I'm saying, they may take a different marketing angle with the Chinese markets, and that might be the kind of thing that they do more regularly over there. Trying to integrate with social media and giveaways and promotions like that to try and encourage people to play, which is kind of cool. And if you think about the way Facebook works, you know, the more likes and posts they get on stuff, the wider the visibility is of any given post. So that's actually, from a Facebook marketing angle, that's actually quite a clever strategy, because they're trying to encourage every single reply to their posts to get 35 likes at least, if not more. So that's a good way of boosting their Facebook rankings, and it's a sneaky marketing strategy I may have to employ myself in the future for the old button mash Facebook page. So yeah, that's shiny new promotions that we can't have. And I was chatting to a friend of the Spiral Knights community, Herperb, in Haven just before, and he said this raised an interesting point that when everyone in our community, all those people who hang around on the forums and love to complain that things aren't getting buffed or nerfed or changed or enough content, you do actually have to realise that Things are now actually trying to cater to two entirely different communities here. So presumably, whilst everyone is raging about the lack of content over here, or various buffs or nerfs or whatever, they've also got an entirely different set of player bases, probably raging about the same kind of things in an entirely different language on the other side of the world. Which, wait, no, that's not a route, is it? No, just head to the exit, I think. I know there was the alternative route that I didn't do, but given that I didn't bring the right gear for it, it seemed like it would be a long, laborious process, so I'm not going to bother with it. That's a job for another day. So yeah, that player base is often forgotten about, and they probably have much the same complaints many of our player base does, and Three Rings are going to be doing their best to address them as well. So if you're wondering where your gunner update is, so are the Chinese probably, I suspect. So with that massive wedge of Spiral Knights news out the way, we can talk about other stuff. And I'm going to try and get some questions, but I had some other stuff I wanted to mention briefly first. One is, yesterday, I found myself, oddly enough, watching a lot of Twitch, which I wouldn't normally do. This is wolves, right? I think it was. Yes, there's some wolves. Good, got the right gear this time. So I found myself watching a lot of Twitch for some strange reason. I don't know how it came to be. I think it was just a slow YouTube day, you know. It's one of those days where you're like, oh, let's see what's on TV today. Oh, nobody's uploaded anything good. So it's just the way the cookie crumbles. Some days all your favorite channels upload shows from your favorite series, and other days it's kind of filler content. And I'm sure many people feel the same way about a lot of the stuff that I do. Some days it's, oh look, it's Spiral Knights Reloaded, and then other days it's his, I don't know, Prison Architect. So I don't doubt that as much the same sentiment goes on about my channel, but hey, what can you do? Not everyone wants to be on every single day. So yesterday happened to be one of those days. I think there was not much to watch on YouTube, and I ended up watching a chunk of Milby streaming some Sonic stuff on Twitch. And then later on, after he finished, a guy I had never seen stream anything before suddenly pops up with a stream notification. Our good old friend buddy from the Spiral Nights shopping list and Arsenal podcast, Lattizen Sklay, was doing some Spiral Nights last night, which caught me a little by surprise, but was most entertaining. And all I could take from all of this was, I really, really want to actually properly, make a go of streaming. I want to get into doing it as a thing. So, I mean, in the past, whenever I've done it, it's been an occasional Sunday when the entire Button Mash crew's gotten together. It's like, if all 4 of us are available, and we can agree on something to play, we might, and if we're in the mood for it, we might stream, which, that's not really a great schedule for building a fan base or providing consistent entertainment for people. It's not what people want. People want regular, consistent entertainment. Milby, what I've noticed he started doing, this seems to be, I think this was his New Year's resolution as well, was to do more streaming. He's actually doing it every single day from 6 PM GMT for 6 hours straight, which is an insane amount of streaming. I mean, I subscribed to him on YouTube primarily because I enjoyed his YouTube content, and then he's actually started, I haven't watched much of his stuff in a while because he's only been doing one series on YouTube that I haven't particularly been enthused about. It was XCOM, I think. The new one. I don't know much about the XCOM series. And yeah, but he seems to have been doing, well, streaming every single damn night, and he's at it for a bloody long time. And watching him, he's actually got quite a solid fan base out of doing this. He's doing quite well for himself on Twitch. And then, yeah, just the kind of content Lattizen was doing. I was thinking, could we mix up that, sort of do some regular Spiral Nights content? Player decides what kind of content goes down. I don't know. Seems like something I would like to try my hand at, if nothing else. But, as has been mentioned by myself so many times before, can I take that pill? Come on. I tried to use it and it didn't get used. As I mentioned on many times before, my internet is not the greatest. It's pretty mediocre by UK standards and definitely by global standards. When you run a speed test, it says, "Oh yes, globally your internet grade is F." And I'm like, F? Really? Really? When the company I signed up for used to be one of the best in the country, and then they got bought out by Sky, and now we're with Sky, and it's really pretty awful, actually. So now I need to have that conversation with my landlord. You know the one, I'm sure we've all been there, right? The one that says, "Oh, I know I pay you good money every month to keep a roof over my head and keep me from living on the streets, and whilst I'm living here, I'm racking up a monumental energy bill for you by rendering and uploading video every day, therefore my computer's on most of the day, every single day. So I shudder to think what the energy bill is. I'm glad I'm not the one paying it. And I know I faffed you about with changing ISPs last year, and I've just had you a faff about with talking to Sky because there's been issues with the changeover here. Now we're on with the new system. But can we change again? Oh dear, that's a compound. Don't want to do that. So yeah, I'm going to have to try to talk to him about that, but I don't know how to. I mean, I think what I might have to do is just say, look, I'll pay the difference. I need faster internet. It's going to cost, I don't know, whatever, £10 a month more. So, sod it, I'm going to have to pay. I will tack that onto my rent. I will pay you £10 a month more for faster internet, just so that this is feasible. Because one thing I learned from the Clockworks for Charity is that even streaming content at a very low quality, I think I was streaming at kind of a very poor quality 360p content, I still only really managed, I was barely managing to play the game at all. I was sort of rubber banding about a bit. It was pretty laggy, to be honest. Ooh, hey, maybe we can avoid fighting those guys if I don't break the leaves. Seems like probably what's supposed to go down. So, maybe I should do that. You, come back here, don't run away. So, do minis drop much loot? I have never thought to make much note of the matter. I feel like... Hang on. Oh, hey, how did you get out? You're not supposed to get out. Let's pop that there. There we go. Right. Oh, yes, that worked. They drop a little bit of something, I guess. I think. Or did that just come from the leaves? May have just come from the leaves. Who knows? I thought the green shard came from them, but the green shard may have already been there, hiding behind the green leaves, and the green leaves just dropped the coins. That could have been what went down there. And who got poisoned? Oh, I got poisoned. I was thinking that was friendly fire or something, and I was thinking, what? Did the lizard poison the other lizard, or the wolf or something? You can stop healing, seriously. Give that up. Right. Alright, everyone's stood in the circle, of course they are. Ow. So, I may just eat the costs and be able to deliver more content. Because you may have picked up last week, on many days, not every day, but on many days, I attempted to try and deliver 2 videos a day. Indeed, what with Spiral Knight's shopping list, there's a couple of days this week also got two videos going up on. And let me tell you, I can't do nothing whilst I'm uploading. Nothing online. I can't play Spiral Knights. I can't play... I keep meaning to try and get into Hearthstone, but I can't connect to the Hearthstone servers while I'm uploading. Steam is intermittent at best. I recently got back into Pirates of the Burning Sea, actually. Another MMO. Sorry, I'm a little bit traitorous. Oh, I didn't put my AFK status. Sorry, Tower, I am filming. But I won't tell you that. You can find out later tonight when you show up on YouTube. Hi guys, you're not what I expected to fight in here. I didn't expect to see any constructs. So, yeah. Where was I? Yeah, I can't do nothing with my internet. I can't play MMOs, can't play anything that requires a perpetual internet connection, and can't really use Steam. I can't do much at all, generally speaking. It's not a great state of affairs. So, gonna need an upgrade. I think I'm just gonna have to deal with it. Okay, how does this work? This is a timer job, isn't it? Get that. Yeah, we can do this. Pop, pop. Yeah. Oh, hi. Where did you come from? You weren't supposed to be there. Ow! Ow! Why so much damage? No. Run away. Remedy. Pill. Pill! I say. Take a pill. Take a chill pill. Okay, you are going to need my construct damage high shiver mist. Oh yeah. There we go. Now what? Now I shoot him in the back, I guess? Okay, that kind of works. I don't know quite what I expected to happen there. I'm glad I brought my Shiver Mist though. It has come in useful on at least 2 occasions. Cool. Okay, so if we pop that, that's going to be a timer, so I'm going to have to run across. Yeah. Dash. Dash through. Okay, at least got some interesting terrain around here. It's not something that comes up too often. Must be compound-specific terrain. So, yeah. Let's ask some questions. I had a couple of questions that I want to answer. I think they're reasonably brief ones. I'll grab that attack bonus, because that'll make me kill these things faster. And you... get killed. No! No! Shield didn't shield in time. So, first question is, Slimy Businessman asks, what is your favourite boss to farm? Define farm? I suppose my favourite boss just to get money, if all I'm after is money, Vanaduke, I guess. It pays the best. If we're talking just for funsies, if we're just gonna have a laugh and a mess about and kill a boss, well, I'm gonna go with Romia's Twins. I like the Romia's Twins as a boss. If, however, we're talking about my favourite boss to pay a visit to, because it's really cool, and I don't do it often enough, and I really should do it more. Snarberlex! Snarberlex is cool. I really like the Snarberlex, and I really should pay him a visit more often. Come on, get exploded. There you go. If I'd known these guys would be here, I would have brought my voltage, but I didn't know these guys were going to be here. Retrodes are fine, I can deal with them. Get back, Retrodes. I think is there a healer over there? Did I spot a healer? Or is it just... If it's just constructs, I'm okay with that. Oh, there is no healer. Good. I don't know why I thought I'd seen a mender over there. So, got another question. Because that was pretty brief, you know. it's a fairly straightforward answer. Which do you like? This one. Okay. Would you like to see some World of Warcraft raid-like content in Spiral Knights? Hells, yes. Yes, I would. For all that I'm an antisocial bugger. I did like raiding. I played a lot of World of Warcraft back in the day. I've said this many a time. But raids were great. Raids were fantastic. Get a good group of people together. Raids are a lot of fun. I mean, you can get a bad group of people together that are really strict on, you must do this, do not stand here, you must stand here, you must do this. But if you get a group of people who just want to have fun and actually just, you know, do the content and enjoy it, that's pretty sweet. And we had a group that did that for quite a while. I did join a lot of bad groups that were just like, no, you must stand here, you stand here, you shoot this, you shoot this, you shoot this, you do this, you do this, you do this. I mean, of course you need to need some organization, but some people are just like... Some people just rage big time if you don't follow the instructions to the letter. Oh god, I've got poison bunnies, really. This can only go well. Okay, sure. Oh, tell you what. I had my Shiver Mist for a good reason. This may be the reason. Oh, you can't heal the freaking little blighters, surely. Right, you... Yeah. I'll leave them frozen. You... are going to have to die. Ow! Health, give me health. Oh, I can't get health because I'm poisoned. Of course I can't. We can do this. We got this. And last one. Yes, and the health's back. Good. Cool, that's one switch. There must be another somewhere. Round the other side? Maybe. Maybe. Where is it? Oh, it's here. Oh, okay, that's a lot of bunnies. Shiver Mist. Crowd control. See, this is the kind of thing that... Yeah, this would be good for raids. Raids would be good, because then the levels would need to be very specifically designed. You couldn't just make it normal content, but, I don't know, harder, more health, whatever. Because it's still the kind of content that, you know, a group of people playing well enough and thorough enough, I suppose. Oh, why can't I... Have I locked my... Why is my bar grayed out? Although I did seem to be able to take that pill there, but for some reason my bar's gone grey. Seems really odd. Bug, I think I found a bug, guys. How do I report bug? My bar's not supposed to be grey. Ooh, I've got one of those recon rangered guys. I could probably stand to throw that down somewhere where there's a lot of enemies. Let him be a distraction. Probably near the keys and gates, I think, is going to be the best place for that. That's fine, I can leave that there. Okay, let's get the show on the road. Click. Okay, now I got to go round twice more. Okay. Hi. So let's talk a little bit about World of Warcraft raiding. If people weren't familiar with what raids are, some people might not be familiar with other MMOs. Raid content was like your normal missions, but bigger. It was typically 10, 25, 40-man content. It started out 40-man content when they first designed it. Blizzard then reduced it to 10 and 25-man contents because 40-man content was messy, very messy. Very few people ever organised a good 40-man group, to be honest. You need to... That's a lot of people to organise for a long period of time, and it very rarely ended well. You ended up with people playing for like 6 hours straight and not making any progress at all, just because the coordination needed was ludicrous, absolutely ludicrous. So yeah, 40-man, certainly in World of Warcraft, kind of fallen by the wayside. 10 and 25-man is where Blizzard wants it to be at these days. So a lot of people lament the loss of 40-man content, but generally speaking, it's not a thing anymore. So 25-man content is kind of your big content, 10 is smaller. I feel like even 25-man content would be too much in the context of Spiral Knights. That's a lot of Spiral Knights players to coordinate, and I don't think the gameplay is especially conducive to that kind of number of players, you know. However, 10, I think 10 could work. If you specially designed a boss instance, some sort of danger mission designed specifically for 10 players instead of 4, I think that could be a thing, you know. Of course, in any other MMO you kind of got classes and different things, and perhaps, whereas most of the content in Spiral Knights is kind of currently designed to be accessible to damn near anyone of any skill and any loadout, you know, it's like, we don't care if you're a gunner or a bomber or a swordsman, you're allowed to do these missions. Anybody can do anything, you know, it's kind of, there's something for everybody. Whereas raids, you need to bring a specific loadout. You need to bring a healer and a tank, usually an off tank. Then certain DPS, people for different jobs. You might want some crowd control in there. So in Spiral Knights, we'd essentially be limiting it. You'd need to say, look, someone in the group, we don't know who, someone in the group must have a Shiver Mist Buster, or it's not going to happen. This raid instance requires someone to have a Shiver Mist Buster. And it's the sort of thing that's only going to be figured out from experience as well. That's part of the learning experience of raids. You need to do it once and figure out that, hey, someone actually needs, well, maybe not Shiver Mist specifically, but crowd control, you know, an Electron Vortex or a Graviton Vortex or something. And, okay, I didn't mean to throw that down, but hey, sure, we're nearly out of here, that'll do. I'll let him play with those guys. And then we can just get out. So yeah, you need someone to bring crowd control, maybe someone to bring... There's no healers in Spiral Knights, but potentially you could have a tank. If you wanted a tank kind of dynamic, the best I can possibly think of is if you had a Guardian type loadout, someone wearing like heavy plate armor that's got a lot more defense than anyone else and a big heavy shield. Maybe design the boss specifically so that a heavy plate shield could withstand the full brunt of one of the boss's attacks before breaking and not damaging the player, whereas any other shield would break early and, you know, damage the player, therefore no other player could actually act as a tank competently. So one player would be able to resist the attack, but no one else could, so they would be your group's tank. And of course, like I say, with Spiral Knights, it would be easy just to sort of dance around the boss forever, dodge the attacks, and, you know, oh, it's a 10-man group, but we'll send 4 in, and they'll just do it much slower than anyone else. I don't know why I'm stood on that pad. So, the only way I could possibly think to get around that is kind of, there's a type of boss you'd get in World of Warcraft, which would be a damage race, basically. In some cases, there'd be a hard limit on it. It would say, look, at 10 minutes, this boss goes nuclear and kills everybody with one giant attack that nobody can dodge. If you haven't downed the boss in 10 minutes, kill it faster. Or other bosses perhaps deal increasing amounts of damage early on. You know, it's pretty easy, you can stand there, you can take the attacks, and it's okay. But by, you know, 7-8 minutes into the fight, suddenly his attacks are doing a lot of damage and they take a lot to heal, or in this case maybe damaging almost all of your shield in one hit, and you might need a couple of tanks to swap out and take the hits. I don't know, just increasing the DPS of the boss such that at one point it eventually becomes unsustainable for the players to actually continue fighting. So, food for thought there anyway. That's kind of content I would be quite happy to see in Spiral Knights. So, that'll do it for today. We are now at the terminal. So thank you very much for watching. Please do leave a like if you've enjoyed the content, that helps me out a bunch, and of course consider subscribing if you're not already, because I'll be making lots more content that you might also enjoy. So, thank you again. I've been Meroka, this has been Spiel, and I shall charge up my sword because I haven't done that yet, and I shall see you next time.